Hey, this is Josh Clark with today's Monday Motivation. Today I want to talk about the power of one. The power of one person to make a difference. You know, one of my favorite quotes is a quote by Margaret Mead, and she says, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful and committed people can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." But I want you to consider that every small group, every social movement, every political organization, every company, every family, it all begins with one person that believes in the power of one person to make a difference. You know, consider people like Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela. They all saw a problem, and yet they dared to step out and do something about it. You know, too often, you know, we see a movie about the power of one, you know, maybe we hear a story, and we get excited. And we think, wow, one person can change the world. But then when it comes to us, we say, who am I to think that I can make that kind of difference? Who am I to think that I could change the world? But I want to tell you, yes, you can. You can change the world starting right there with your spouse, with your family, with your community, you know, with your company. If you'll just dare to believe and to step out in faith and encourage. You know, consider a company. When somebody has an idea to start a business, it starts with a vision, and they go out and they share that vision. They believe in that vision long enough, hard enough, you know, and oftentimes it gets great sacrifice till finally people come along and begin to believe and say, you know what, I see your vision. I want to be a part of this. And it creates a movement, creates a large organization. You know, but think about, what if people have become discouraged? What if people like Walt Disney? You know, what if Walt Disney, we had a dream of a theme park where families could come together? What if he had grown discouraged and quit? After not one, not two, but 302 banks turned him down, but yet he still believed and he continued forward. What if he had quit? What would have happened to your family vacations? You know, what about Colonel Sanders, 65 years old, and he gets a check, a Social Security check, and it's not big enough, and he's upset about it. But rather than stay around and complain, he jumps in his car, he drives across country, sharing this recipe that he has, and he gets turned down over and over again. He sleeps in his car, and he gets turned down 1,009 times before somebody finally shares his excitement about the recipe. And now today, well, let me ask you, do you believe in the power of one? There's over 18,000 Kentucky Fried Chicken franchises around the world. And now I want to share with you a quote by Brett Blair. He says, "I'm only one, but one I am. I can't do everything, but I can do something. And what I can do, I ought to do. And by God's grace, that I will do." I want to encourage you to answer 3 questions. One is, what is one thing that you should start or stop doing? Second, what is one person? What is one relationship that you should reach out to? Maybe build a bridge, give an apology. And then third, I want to encourage you to step out, set an example with your actions, your attitude, your behaviors, you know, in your family, with your spouse, in your workplace, and watch the power of one person, the power that you have to make a difference, to change the world. God bless, and have an awesome week.